Hello, ETF fans. Mike here with another quick hitter video series. As many of you know, one of my favorite reports that we produce every day is the most active report. Publishes around about a half hour, anywhere between 15 and 30 minutes after market close every day. And I just love reviewing it because there's no better way to get a narrative of the market um, than through ETF volumes. So it's just a great way to see what was active today, what was in play. And today, first and foremost, was a very quiet day of trading. It's Veterans Day, so not a big, busy trading day. Fixed income ETFs fell off the cliff naturally so because the bond markets were closed. But that's not why I wanted to jump in and do this quick hitter. I've noticed over the last couple of weeks and really a lot over the last month, you just every day when I look at the equity high activity outliers, I'm seeing Latin America ETFs. So what in the Lat Am is going on with all these different Latin America ETFs popping on our most active on a regular basis? So I thought I'd just take a quick look, hop into the member access. What's great about this is we have a dashboard pre-built for you called Equity, Region, and Country. What this dashboard does is it groups up all ETFs that are focused on a specific region outside of the US, groups it up first by region and then by country. So you can see Latin America here. It's a very small category, 13 billion of the 234 billion in these types of region or country specific ETFs. But if I scroll across and look, I can open this up and see all of my countries, right? So we got Brazil, Mexico, Chile, Argentina, Peru, Colombia, but then we also have Latin America, more broad-based strategies. And if we look at that, Brazil has 6.7 billion, Latin America 2.4 billion. What I want to do is I want to hop over here to my returns and just kind of see, year to date, what's going on here. Colombia up 69%, Peru up 62%. These are big moves in Lat Am space. So a lot of macro stories going around in this space in terms of reshoring in the U.S. can be driving to that. More recently, the reopening of the U.S. economy, a lot of things going on at different country levels down in Latin America. So, been a lot of positive macro sentiment within the space. So, just pretty impressive year-to-date returns. And not surprisingly, if we slide over to our flows and look at that from a flows perspective, nearly $3 billion into this category. So, while not big in absolute terms, 3 billion for Latin America is 30% increase in assets through ETFs since the beginning of the year. So pretty interesting. Real quick, one of the things I thought I'd jump in, I'll just jump into one of these ETFs. So ILF is the largest broad-based strategy. The iShares Latin America 40. I'm just going to hop into the research frame, take a couple quick looks at things, right? So from performance perspective, I look at that year to date, we can see it's just been on a steady climb kind of since the April lows, up nearly 50% year to date. Look at this from a annual basis on total returns going back 10 years. It's the best performing year since 2009. This ETF was up 91%, but pretty impressive returns year to date. If I look at this from a technical perspective, I would expect, we're trading pretty far up above our 50-day moving averages. Bollinger Bands on our 50-day is pushing up over 2 standard deviations. We did push back up into overbought territory, but just a lot going on there. It just kept grabbing my attention. So I thought I'd jump in, do a quick hitter, show you guys how to kind of research some of the strategies associated with that area of the market on our platform. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day, and we will talk soon.